In today's video, we're going to be sharing with you how to prevent injury and soreness jumping rope. In this video, we're going to be really getting into the best practices and routines to follow if you want to reduce your risk of injury and also reduce your risk of getting so sore that you have to take a day or two off from working out. First things first, let's get into the basic recovery fundamentals. You've heard us talk about this before. I cannot harp on this enough. Sleep is going to be your #1 priority if you want to recover properly and making sure that your body's ready to go for your next workout. Now, everyone is a unique little butterfly, so I can't tell you exactly how much sleep you need, but we do recommend getting around 8 hours per night. That's just a nice blanket statement for everyone. Most people do not sleep enough. Most people are sleep deprived, and that's why they can't recover properly from their workouts, and that's why they have a whole host of other health issues. So if you're gonna prioritize anything in your health and recovery routine, make it sleep. #2, hydration. We are 70% water, us human beings. So make sure you're drinking, around a gallon of water a day to make sure you're properly hydrated. If you want to throw in some more electrolytes with that, feel free, but make sure you're at least getting your water. Now, for myself and Dan, we're bigger guys, so we need at least a gallon. If you are a smaller person, you can drink a little bit less water, but make sure you're properly hydrated if you want to get your best workouts, best recovery, and reduce the risk of injury and soreness. #3, making sure that you're eating high quality food. So try to get 70 to 80% of your diet from whole foods, so from the earth, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, organic meats, making sure that the food that you eat is high quality because of course you are what you eat, right? Whatever you're consuming, whatever you're putting in your face, that's becoming the cells of your body. So keep that in mind when you're eating and try to limit your processed food. Another great thing for your recovery is gonna be cold water exposure. If you have access to a cold ocean, lake, river, a cold plunge, or just cold showers, we highly recommend that you incorporate that into your routine. It helps with recovery, it helps with mental health, and it's just gonna help you keep going on your routine consistently. Step #2, making sure you're doing a proper warm-up before you start working out intensely is gonna help reduce the risk of injury. We ran through this a little bit in day 2 of the challenge, so this is gonna be a little bit of a recap, but we're gonna go through that same shoulder exercise where we're rotating our shoulders forward for around 10 reps. We're rotating our shoulders back for around 10 reps. Then we're gonna be pressing our hands together for around 10 reps. Pressing our hands away from each other from around 10 reps, all warming up the shoulders. Then again, getting down on the ground into our bear crawl position, then placing our knees on the ground and leaning forward over our wrists, warming up the wrists, going back and forth, and then flipping your hands around so your fingers are facing your knees, and you're gonna lean back so you can stretch out your forearms. And then we highly recommend stretching out your feet. As you can see here, I have my shoes on. I do recommend that if you're gonna be doing this yourself, take about a minute with your shoes off and stretch out your feet in this way. It's really good for stretching out your feet and helping you, if you're a beginner, limit the soreness that you have in your feet. Because when I first started jumping rope, I had a ton of foot soreness, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that I had really tight feet and I never did these exercises. Also, heel walks. If you're a beginner, it's very likely you're gonna start to get some shin splints. A way to counteract that is by doing heel walks, as you see here. So 30 seconds to a minute of heel walks back and forth is plenty. And then we get into the warm-up routine where we're just trying to get blood flowing throughout our body. So 30 seconds to a minute of jumping jacks, followed by 30 seconds to a minute of air squats, knees jutting out to the side, chest up, nice and controlled. And then finally, 30 seconds to a minute of boxer skip without the ropes, so you're just finding your rhythm, shaking your arms out, getting yourself ready to start jumping rope. Step #3, do not overdo it when you're first starting as a beginner. So many people, they start, if you're in Jump Rope Dudes TV, you get excited, you're like, I wanna do like 2 or 3 workouts a day. Don't do that as a beginner. Slowly build your way up. So we recommend that you start by jumping rope every other day, so taking a rest day in between each workout when you're first getting started, and then incrementally increasing the length of your workout. So you can start with 5 minutes in your workouts, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. As you go forward, you can start to add 5 minutes onto your workouts. So maybe after a week or 2, you're starting to do 10-minute workouts. After another week or 2, you're going up to 15-minute workouts. And of course, we'd like you to build up to at least 30 minutes a day, but let that take as long as it needs to take. because we'd rather you stay consistent instead of you getting injured or overly sore where you have to stop working out completely. Step 4, make sure you're jumping on softer surfaces. Wooden gym floors are great, rubber mat floors, or if you're like us and you wanna jump rope in parking lots like we often do in our videos, get yourself a jump rope mat. Again, you can get that at crossrope.com/JRD mat. The mats just really make the world your gym. You can take it in a parking lot, you can take it out into your garage. You can work out anywhere if you have yourself a jump rope mat. And the reason being why we use softer surfaces like the jump rope mat or the rubber floor or the wooden floor is because it reduces the impact on your joints, you're reducing risk of injury. And for those of you who have the cross ropes and want to increase the length of your jump rope life, and so you want your jump rope to last longer, if it's not getting ripped up on concrete, your ropes are going to last a lot longer as well. Step 5, I think sometimes gets overlooked. A lot of people just want to get right into the routine and kind of overlook the fundamentals. We highly recommend that you're going through this beginner videos and you're revisiting them time and time again to put a lot of intention into your jump rope form. A lot of people get injured because they're jumping too high up off the ground or they're using incorrect jump rope form. We don't want you doing that. So there's a couple of ways you can make sure that your form is where you want it to be. Number 1, try recording a video of yourself just so you can observe your form and make sure it lines up with what we told you to do in our beginner fundamentals video. Also, you can just jump rope in front of a mirror if you have one, and that's gonna help you see in real time if you have correct jump rope form. Finally, step 6 is just doing functional strength training. Although we like to have very holistic workouts, we're incorporating jump rope and bodyweight exercises. We do have some functional movements we recommend you incorporate just on your own, maybe outside of your workouts. So we recommend doing bird dogs. Bird dogs are really good for helping you with your core strength and just functional strength in general, and helping you make sure that you don't injure your lower or upper back for that matter. You can incorporate maybe 15 reps on each side and do a few rounds of that. In addition, again, you want a nice strong core to help protect your back and the rest of your body when you're doing any type of exercise. So make sure you're doing planks consistently. I would say you can plank every day, at least try to do it 3 to 4 times a week. I recommend you can start with just 30-second planks and try to build your way up and try to increase the length of your planks. Of these 30-second planks, I'd say do 3 or 4 sets of those total each time you're gonna do your plank workouts. Also, I'm just gonna show you some back stretches here, and these back stretches are just gonna be really good for making sure that you reduce your risk of injury. Again, you know, as you get older, a lot of people have back issues, so just follow along with the back stretches that we'll show you in the video here. And then finally, the anterior tib stretch. Again, a lot of people have issues with shin splints, so it's helpful to stretch out your anterior tib because that's a muscle that you experience the shin splints in, which essentially is just like sitting on your heels with your shins on the ground. This has been day number 3 of the 7-day beginner jump rope challenge. So if you're not already in the challenge, make sure you go over to Jump Rope Dudes TV. You can check it out at jumpropedudes.tv or linked in the description below. There you're gonna find all 7 videos along with some beginner workouts to help ease you into your jump rope fitness training regimen. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like it if you liked it. Comments or questions down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. My name is Brandon Epstein. We're the Jump Rope Dudes, and as always, do the thing.